Hey guys, welcome back. Today's project is I am switching out the speaker, which is here, which is inside the torso of my 3PO. If you guys haven't seen this before, a long time ago, I showed how I had this set up where the speaker goes here, and I had 3D modeled the little centerpiece here with holes. I don't know if I can get some light to shine through there or not, but there's actually very thin plastic, and there are holes so that the sound will come out much more cleanly. Now this setup used to work really, really well, but the speaker is starting to go bad. It's just been through the mill. I had an older version there a while back that came from like an alarm clock radio. There's a slightly smaller, but this is the speaker that came with the Acre amplifier, which is what I've used for this. And the Acre voice amplifiers come as a little box that's, I don't know, an inch thick and however big it is. Everything's built in. I took it all apart and I put the guts to the amp in the back of the suit, and the battery's back here so it recharges. And I ran wire down through the inside, which right here has two little tabs that correspond with two tabs in the front of the suit here. So when the suit is put together, it powers the speaker from the amp. And it's worked really well, but over time the quality of the audio has degraded considerably. And it used to be, I'd go to events, I'd get very positive feedback on my performance, and then I could tell that it was getting harder and harder for people to understand me, to the point where it was just about everything I said I'd have to say twice, and that's just not fun or acceptable. It made me very nervous to kind of perform like normal. So I'm replacing the speaker, which is, it's hard to see here, but the cone is getting warpy and weird, and I think it's just due to the fact that the back was open, and I have worn it many, many times and just sweat like crazy all over this thing, and it's just starting to wear out. There's a little spot somewhere where there's actually like a tear between the cone and the frame that holds the cone in place. So I was looking for options. I considered getting another Acre and just making a brand new setup. There's some smaller Acres now. They're a little bit less power. I think this is a 16 watt. I think they have a 10 watt, which is plenty loud. I've used them before and it's more than loud enough, but it's a smaller setup. And I considered putting the whole box in there, but it's really uncomfortable. So I came across these Bluetooth speakers, these little small things, which is really good. You can see it's a small setup. It's smaller than an Acre. I could put the whole unit under my suit if I need to. But instead of doing that, I'm not concerned with the Bluetooth or any of the stuff that's in here. I just want the speaker in the housing, and I want to keep the whole thing enclosed. So I pulled this apart. There's all these pieces. I took out all the guts, which there's a little battery and the Bluetooth controller and a volume, and all these pieces that I really didn't need because they just need the speaker to plug into the amp. So there's all of these parts that come out, but this is all that's left, is this little box. But you can see how thick this is. Once everything's together, it's much bigger than it needs to be. So I just 3D printed a new back for this, which will be a much more comfortable shape, and it just encloses the speaker. So you can see the difference in thickness between these. This gray part is about the same thickness as just the gray layer here, but I eliminated as much excess as possible. So saves a good more than 1/4 of an inch, I think, almost 1/2 an inch. And everything closes. It's got the lip all works together and closes real nice. I have to get the wire out of the way. But it should work really well. So I'm gonna get this set up, and we'll take a look. You can see it looks like a little flying saucer. It's all enclosed. I did some tests. The speaker's pretty loud. It sounds pretty good, but I also have replaced my microphone in my suit, so I don't know what is doing it, but I don't know if it's the amp is overpowering the speaker a little tiny bit. It gets a little crackle, or if my microphone is just too close to my mouth now. My new microphone seems more sensitive than my old microphone. The old microphone that came with the Acre had to be pointed directly at my mouth, so it was right next to my mouth inside the helmet. And the new one, let's see here, the new one is right there next to the mouth hole, but it's it seems like it's not as sensitive to direction, so I might be able to actually move it away from my mouth slightly and get a little bit better quality. I'm going to experiment with that, but I'll get this thing set up and I'll do some tests later today and we can check it out. Hopefully it'll be ready to go before this weekend because 3PO has wanted a few events, so I'd like that to be fixed. Anyway, I'll be back soon. I might be back later today with something else I want to talk about, so maybe I'll see you then. Have fun, guys. Bye.